Hello friends, glad to be practicing with you again. Welcome if you're new here to Yoga with Paige. This is our morning energizing yoga sequence. We'll start by warming up the body, starting with the upper body, beginning slow neck circles, going both ways. Sitting whatever position feels comfortable to you this morning. Inhale, arms above the head, reaching the shoulders up by the ears, and exhale to press them down. Inhale to rise, exhale down. One more time. Releasing the hands shoulder height into circles, warming up through the upper shoulders, squeezing the scapula together, already building up strength for the day. Taking the arms in front of us, reaching that right arm underneath the left, coming into eagle arms, creating space in the upper body. And exhale to release, sending that left arm overhead, side body stretch. One more breath here before making circles in front of the face with the left arm, really opening up the mobility in our upper body. And then taking the hands in front, doing the other side, reaching the hands up on the inhales, taking nice deep breaths, and on the exhale, release to find our side body stretch. And sending that right arm across the face, making huge energetic sweeps. And releasing, coming onto all fours and up onto the toes. We're trying to rock ourselves up onto flat feet, using our arms to gain momentum. Seeing how challenging this is. Using our core to stabilize, controlled movements. Feeling the quadriceps burn through your power and release down onto the knees. Sending the hips up, walking the hands back, ragdoll, grab opposite elbows and hang the head, knees are bent. Releasing the hands to the mat, peeling the right up, revolving. Switching sides for a little twist. Then walking the hands out in front, coming into high plank, and walking the hands back to forward fold at the back of the mat. Doing this a few times, waking up the backs of the legs. This next time we find ourselves in plank, take a little push up, lower down to chaturanga, and press back up before going back into downward dog. Walking into high plank, taking a vinyasa, this time inhale, upward facing dog. And exhale over the toes, hips up, pedaling out through the feet, raising the right leg out straight, three-legged dog. Finding a few pulses here. Kicking the leg up straight. 2 more. And bending the knee, opening up to the side, stacking the hips. Gazing under that left shoulder. 3-legged dog, bringing it all the way in through the hands, high crescent lunge. Dipping the knee down, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Up crescent lunge, revolve, sending energy out through the hands. Back to the front, high crescent lunge, bringing the fingertips down, step back to plank, taking a chaturanga. Inhale, opening through the throat, exhale over the toes. Raising the left leg, bringing it down, kicking it up. Opening up through the hip flexors. keeping a nice flat spine, and bending the knees, stacking the hips. Taking a deep breath, bringing that knee through, planting it in between the hands, rising up nice and strong, and dipping the knee. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Back up. Exhale to revolve to the left. Inhale to front, and exhale, rain the hands down, stepping back to plank, taking a vinyasa. We meet in downward facing dog. Lifting the heels, preparing for spinal rolls, rolling to high plank, taking whatever variation feels good to you, listening to your body. Taking one more, and meeting in downward facing dog, bending the knees and making our way to the front of the mat where we inhale for chair pose, sinking into the hips. Holding here nice and strong, and taking the left leg, crossing it over the right knee, coming into half chair. Feeling those outer glutes stretch, raising the left knee up and taking it back, straightening the legs, folding over, intense side stretch. Maybe lifting up the toes, playing with how that feels. And turning to the side of the mat, long edge, peeking underneath the legs. Just taking one moment to check in before raising the chest, facing the front of the mat, and stepping up to meet the feet, chair pose. Exhale, sinking nice and deep. On the next inhale, lift the heels, send the arms back, airplane. Exhale to lower the heels, and inhale to lift them up, playing with the balance. Then grounding through the left foot, we're going to cross the right over the left knee, sinking into the hips. And lifting up nice and strong, knee comes behind, send the leg out straight, folding over that left leg, finding length in the spine while stretching the hamstrings. And turning to face the side of the mat, toes pointed out, bending the knees, goddess pose. Hands come to the knees. We raise them to heart center, taking one breath before reaching that right arm over to the side. Maybe left comes across the body, and exhale to switch. And we release our hands back to the knees, taking 2 shoulder dips on each side, twisting through the lower back, evening ourselves out before straightening the legs, reaching up high to the sky and folding over flat back. Reaching both hands over to the right ankle. Taking a breath before walking through center, reaching for the left. Exhale to release back to center, raising the chest up. Big inhale, and exhale, sweep up to the front of the mat. Palms come together, we forward fold. Inhale to halfway lift, and exhale to step or jump back to plank, lower down onto the belly. Crossing that left arm underneath the right, coming to lie on the arms, making a little pillow for yourself. Just a nice gentle shoulder stretch. And then releasing, lifting up the chest, hovering the hands, strengthening the lower back. before gently crossing the other side. Now left is on top. Taking a rest here, noticing how we feel, how we move that energy around. Gently uncrossing the arms, sending them out in front, raising the chest and the arms, and lowering, raising the legs, and lowering, and raising everything, Superman pose. Squeeze the glutes, the shoulders, and release, taking the hands to under the shoulders, coming onto the back. Kicking the legs up in the air, arms float to the top as well. Dead bug pose. Wiggle out the toes, the fingers. Get the blood flowing back to the heart, to the hips, to the belly, away from the extremities. We find stillness. And reaching for the big toes, we can sit here in happy baby pose, opening through the hips, straightening the legs if that feels good. And then if shoulder stand is in your practice, we can take that now. Plow pose, shoulder stand, still recirculating the blood, getting us pumped and ready for the day. Whatever variation you choose, honor wherever you're at. Listen to what your body's telling you, not the egoic mind of where you want to be. Know that whatever energy we create in this practice, we can take with us for the rest of the day. Slowly finding our way up into a seat and into all fours, tabletop pose. Neutralizing the spine with a little cat-cow, moving with the breath. One more round, or whenever you feel evened out and ready to go, we meet back in child's pose. Knees together or apart, your choice. Steepling the fingers or taking the palms behind the head, stretching out the triceps or the shoulders. Melting the heart down, taking these moments to breathe. Being here for yourself, ready to conquer whatever we have today. Taking this energy, this joy that we have created, this space, and utilizing it as motivation. Gently finding our way to a seated position whenever we're ready. We take one final breath together, and I bid you namaste. Thank you for joining me. I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you next time.